You should clarify that you've just been out in the rain, just to...
Yeah.
Oh,
Does it look a bit?
Well, it will dry, won't it? But
yeah. You probably can't tell, can you?
you can a little.
Can you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start the video with something like that.
Yeah.
Hey guys, this is Warren here from Toit Fishing. We're going to be checking out the improved clinch knot overview. Like, this is the video you've all been waiting for freaking ages. It's the big reveal. Try and understand what we're trying to say in this video, because I really think it's important, and it's really going to give you some understanding about how this knot has actually been around for so long, but I see people doing it differently every time, and like some people are like, this knot's garbage, or this knot's really good. And there's a reason for it. And like, I'm going to like break that open your eyes, and like really show you exactly why there's been this big people who follow the knot and big people who don't follow the knot. And in my opinion, it is like literally two big things, and you hopefully will break it down, check it out, get your cup of tea, and join us. From the off, you might be wondering what I was talking about in the other video when we mentioned about the big reveal. Let's get started. Now, this knot has been around for a very long time. Definitely not as long as the clinch knot. It's probably caught the most fish in the world in recent times, and it's also probably lost the most fish in the world. But don't quote me on that. So this is it. The area of the knot that gives me a big issue is this. Depending on which direction you go on the final tag tuck through the secondary loop, you will end up with two entirely different knots. So now I'm guessing this will be a big reveal for many people who has been tying this knot for the last 40 years. Some of you may even be thinking, what on earth is this guy going on about? It makes no difference. Let's just tie these quickly and slow down the latter part of the knot and explain. On the first example, I will tie the knot with wraps going clockwise, do the loop pass through, then stay in a clockwise direction and tuck the tag through the secondary loop. I will just tighten this up for now and leave it in a semi-tightened state. On the second example, I will tie the knot with wraps going in a clockwise direction again, do the loop through pass, then change to an anti-clockwise direction and tuck the tag through the secondary loop. I will leave this tightened in a similar state. So, from these photos you will see the knots begin to start forming their shape. As we continue through tightening, you begin to see the variant that was finished anti-clockwise start struggling to try find a shape while it is being cinched down. On the final pull down, it'll all become very clear. You will notice from the pictures on the clockwise variant that the tag end is cinched down between the last and the second last wrap. On the anti-clockwise variant, you have the tag end and one of the lines going around the hook being cinched between the last wrap and the eye of the hook. I've researched this a lot, and I've noticed many varying sketches and lack of information or knot descriptions and layouts showing this knot. The drawings are poor, and a lot of these rope type drawings or photos do not show this as well as using monofilament. I mean, it's just been overlooked for such a long time. So, now we have an improved clinch knot with two variants. If I'm totally honest, I've always fished a clockwise finish, and I'll explain why. In one of our previous videos, the clinch knot overview, we spoke about the tag end failing due to the lack of clamping force. This is why the improved clinch knot was primarily introduced to aid thicker lines from having this tag end slip through. Due to the monofilament stretching and this triangular area not providing a sufficient enough area to give the tag end enough friction to prevent slipping. You will notice from the diagram and from the photos that the tag is now sandwiched really comfortably and snugly between the last two wraps. If the knot stretches under tension, the tag end is still clamped. It all looks very neat and provides a nice continuous form to a really decent knot. In my opinion, the anti-clockwise variant is the poorer knot. Now, although it does turn the direction of the tag around, forcing it in a 180-degree different exit point, this may be somewhat of a benefit. However, it just falls short in four major areas. The first one being the clamping force exerted on the tag end. This is now shed between two pieces of line as I showed you earlier, and it also shows a gaping big hole which under tension would open even more. Really poor if I'm honest. The second reason, if you even attempt to cut the tag end right up against the knot, well, it's going to fail. It's just waiting for a fish to rattle the end and run off with a dentist requirement. The third reason for me is all based around the knot under tension, where you have a line running down around the hook eye, pulling directly against the last wrap and opening up a gaping hole the size of Homer Simpson's belly. It's just creating a fiasco down there. That's right, I just cannot believe it. The more tension you put on the line, the bigger the hole gets. The fourth reason, and this is the deal breaker for me, is I've noticed with these two variants of the tuck that the anti-clockwise tuck prevents the knot from unwinding with the tag, acting as a stopper at the end of the knot due to the opposite direction tuck. It's actually preventing the top of the knot from seating properly on the last two wraps. This is especially evident on thick monofilament. One of my main observations is the timestamp on this knot. It has truly been around for many years, and if you tie it correctly and neatly, you will land fish, no doubt. The look and the feel to the knot on the clockwise version is great. It's all streamlined, pulls down really well, and provides a great knot to tie various items to your rig. My next observation I really like about the clockwise variant is how well the tag end is clamped, nice and securely. If the knot stretches during a battle with a fish, you'll be fine, as the last two loops will move with the knot and the tag between them. This will allow them to tighten the tag fractionally more and really wedging it in there. But again, on this knot, stick to the 1/8" rule or 3mm or more for tag end length. It's really, really important. Now, if I rated this knot, I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10 for the clockwise variant and a maximum of 5 out of 10 for the anti-clockwise variant. Right, now it's up to you guys. If you haven't learned this knot, give it a go. Watch our how-to video and try it out. Tie the knot with both finishes and let me know if you prefer the improved clockwise clinch knot or the anti-clockwise variant. It would be great to hear your feedback. You may be like me, where you've tied this knot a certain way for many years. Let us know. It would be good to hear in the comments below. Keep the kettle on and keep the rig making for home. This knot is a legend. It's old, but it still gets fish on the bank. No questions. Be safe, and we hope to be bringing you some more content in the future. All the best, Wazza. It is wet out there. Alright, so in this review, I'll be looking at the improved clinch knot. From the off, you might be wondering what I was talking about in the other video when we mentioned about the big reveal. Let's get started.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Sorry. What are you talking about with the big reveal? Sorry.
Well, it's gonna be a little bit like that, isn't it?
You were sort of like, don't worry.
Should I do that or not?
Yeah, do that, the big reveal, yeah.
You've started it in the wrong place again. Rewind it down or whatever. This conflict, sorry.
I'll fill it out.
Now you gotta start from the top.